The following is presented to you for educational and promotional purposes only and not as legal advice. The speaker strongly recommends seeking advice of your own attorney before undertaking any of the advice or concepts discussed in this video.
Hey friend, Jeff Watson here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this introductory video to my Omega Wealth Protection System. If you're kind of curious about me and who I am, there's a link at the top of the page with my bio. You can check it out whenever you want to. In this video, I'm going to be talking about wholesaling houses. Wholesaling houses is when you put a piece of property under contract, usually a house, that needs a lot of work, and instead of you fixing the house up and reselling it, you pass the deal on to somebody else by either assigning your contract that you could have closed and performed on, or by buying the house and then quickly reselling it to someone else. Either way, you're passing the deal on to somebody else and getting compensated for becoming a principal and being involved in the transaction. So let me talk to you real quickly about some of the risks associated with this investment. And there are two risks. And if you really want to know more about these risks, then I urge you to take a look at the videos I've already have up on my blog, watsoninvested.com, specifically about wholesaling. One of those two risks is unlicensed activity. Many wholesalers and people who teach wholesaling are teaching it wrong and inaccurate. And a lot of people are engaged in unlicensed activity, and I urge you to do it right. The second risk is that you can lose the deposits that you put down on houses. Yes, you need to put down earnest money. You need to put down a deposit indicating your good faith and consideration to buy the property. If you fail to perform, you're going to lose that deposit. So let's move on to the next category with wholesaling houses that I want to talk about, and that is the type of income and the tax concerns that come with this. The type of income that you generate from doing a wholesale transaction is something the IRS calls ordinary or earned income. And that's taxed at a pretty high tax rate. That's taxed at your normal tax bracket, and it's subject to self-employment tax, as well as federal unemployment tax, referred to as FICA and FUTA, F-I-C-A and F-U-T-A. So those taxes can be pretty onerous. They're an additional almost 15% over and above your ordinary income tax bracket. So those are some things that you've got to think about. How can I strategically manage my business to where I might be able to get that reduced and at the same time set my business up to be protected and run like a professional operation? And I'm glad you asked that question, because my recommendation is that you use an entity such as a limited liability company, either a single member or multiple member, electing to be taxed as a sub-S corporation. So while it's an LLC, it's, in the eyes of the IRS, taxed as a corporation, an S corporation. This allows you to take some of your profits out as a distribution, almost like a stock dividend, but not quite. It's still taxed that way, and it helps you avoid that 15% taxation. The other important thing about using a limited liability company is that it gives you good asset protection in case something goes wrong. Now, I've got some other videos in other places where I talk about the difference between single member and multiple member LLCs. You may be able to check those out. There's a super cool technique I want to share with you that applies to the advanced wholesaling investor. This is the person that's got the systems down, they know how to do it in compliance with the law, and they're doing a pretty good volume. They may want to think about running it out of a multiple member LLC, obviously taxed as a sub-S corporation, and that multiple member LLC owns a number of single member LLCs, and they use one single member LLC to buy each and every specific house. And that lets them then either sell the house or sell the LLC that owns the house. So I can either buy the chicken sandwich or I can sell you the bag that contains the chicken sandwich. A couple of different really high-level strategies there that I'll talk about longer in other videos inside the Omega Wealth Protection System. But until the next time, peace and thank you so much for watching.